chance to go to the Final Four on Monday?
No. There was a time during this season when I actually thought making the NCAA tournament was in jeopardy because you never know when you were ever going to get back to, having more than 6 or 7 players. I mean, it just seemed like that's it. This is what it's going to be like for the rest of the season. We got 6 healthy players, maybe 7 max, and then, you cross your fingers. But as it happened, little by little, we got everybody back and started playing really well. Got contributions from a ton of people, and here we are. I mean, our players sit in that locker room, and they have a lot of tradition on their backs, and that sometimes is enough to carry you.
When you go on that 16-0 spurt in the third quarter, how much fun is that to watch when your team is rolling like that?
I said to the kids in the locker room, man, I said, I just sat and watched that, and I thought, man, when we're playing like that, it really is fun to watch. It was really impressive to see us, so many people touch the ball and so many good things happen. And it looked like nothing was forced, nothing was rushed, nothing was, herky-jerky. Everything was just boom, 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 boom. It's a coach's dream, when you see that. Unfortunately, I've seen it a lot over 20-some years. But this year, I appreciate it more because it's been harder to come by.
NC State, tell us about them.
Monday night we played a team that's been together a long time, and they were tough as hell, right? Today we played a team that's experienced as hell and been together a long time. And now Monday night we got a team that's won 3 straight ACC tournaments, and they've been together a long time. And it's like there's no breathers in this tournament. There shouldn't be either. When you're playing to go to the Final Four, it should be a real hard game. And this game Monday is as hard as any Final 8 game we've played in the times that I can remember. For a lot of reasons, they're just that solid, that relentless. I mean, they could have packed it in at any time during that game today. They had so many chances to lose that game today, and like all great teams, they found a way to win, and that says a lot. Maybe they got their bad game out of the system. Lucky us, right?
What was the explanation for the play at the end of the half when Aaliyah put the ball out of bounds and they ended up getting a 3 out of it?
I have no idea. I still don't know. I have no idea.
Was it the shot clock horn?
The shot clock horn, I think everybody thought it was the horn and the quarter, the half. So everybody said, okay, that's it. We're done. We're walking out of here. And next thing you know, no, you're not. They still got 1-3 to make.
I mean, that was the other part of the third quarter run. Like, that momentum didn't carry over.
Yeah, well, thank God. We went in and we talked a lot about we're not attacking enough. Like they're attacking us and putting us back on our heels defensively, even though we did a pretty good job. But now we need to start doing that, where we need to start, forcing the issue to the basket. And that's exactly how we came out. And I think that 3 by Page on the out of bounds play kind of opened the floodgates, and that was it.
Mm-hmm. This is Aaliyah's second NCAA tournament. Where do you see her biggest growth this March compared to last March?
Well, I thought last March she was probably one of the best players in the entire tournament. She played unbelievably aggressively. She was tough. She scored in the lane. She rebounded. Aaliyah's played a lot of basketball in her life, and this is where it pays off. Sometimes, she's still young, so we forget that. But between, October and today, she's had a lot of ups and downs this year. But she's been on an upswing now for quite some time, and comes at the perfect time.
Coach, AZ sank her first 3 shots today. Kind of like you said, looked like a freshman in the second half a little bit. But how big were her contributions in that first half when Indiana was keeping pace early on? And what did you think of her performance?
That's why she plays so many minutes, because you're just you're just really confident that in a 3-minute span, she might make 4 of those. And the game goes from a 3-point game to a 14-point game. Who knows? But you keep waiting for that moment, and it just didn't happen in the second half. But, you want her touching the ball when it's time to make free throws. So she doesn't shoot free throws like a freshman under pressure.
Geno, when you have Paige and AZ out there together, which you haven't had much all year, how does the threat that they pose change the way teams play you? And how does that affect the game?
They play those two really, really hard. They try to they're very physical. You see how many times Paige was cutting through the lane and how many times she got hit. AZ hasn't played enough college basketball to know how to change some of those cuts so she doesn't have to fight that physicalness as much, but she's getting better at it. But yeah, those two have to work incredibly hard to get open. And it's like, I don't think the other team's sitting there going, I wonder who's going to shoot the ball for them. I mean, they know exactly where we're going. Those two guys are going to, and that's why it's so important for Kristen Williams to be so aggressive and so physical and so attacking the basket, because there's so much attention being, driven towards, AZ and Paige, that Kristen has to be that kind of X factor there.
How concerned were you with the guard matchup, saying that Pat Berg's going to be 26 in September, Cardone Hillary I think is 24, and your guys are 19 and 20. And if I get a second part of the question is, Tamika Williams got the Dayton job, just a reaction to that.
Yeah, both of those are mind-boggling. The age difference that you just talked about, and Tamika getting it, the Dayton job. I thought it was going to take us a while to get used to guarding the actions that Indiana runs. Their guards are just different. They are experienced. They know what they're doing. They know how to get from here to there, and there's nothing you're going to be able to do about it sometimes. And you just got to make sure that you make it difficult for them to go from here to there. But they're going to go there if they want to go there. And it took us a little bit of time to figure out when we switch how that was going to work for us. And when it did, I thought they're a really difficult team to defend, and I thought we defended them great. I think some of our younger guys struggled with it early, like anybody would. And Tamika is she's a legend in Dayton. I mean, in her mind, she's a legend everywhere in the country, but and she's coached at a lot of places. And I had a chance to talk to her today, briefly, and my first reaction was, wow. I had no idea, because I hadn't talked to her about it beforehand. But she's been an assistant at a lot of places. She knows what it's all about. She knows what she's doing. And at Dayton, like I said, there aren't too many people that are more, name recognition than Tamika Williams.
Piaf wasn't on the bench today. Is there something going on with her?
Who?
Piaf?
Piaf?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's home. So, you got some work to do. You can't be down here when you got work to do. So she's got work to do. Yeah.
She's in stores.
She's in, not home stores, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At least that was when we left.